Now, it's time to meet the players of college sports today, presented by the Allen Law Firm, and get this show started. He's a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, a first-round NFL draft choice, and a member of the College Football Hall of Fame as both a player and coach. He is the head ball coach, Steve Spurrier. He's a rare two-time SEC Player of the Year and spent over a decade in the NFL. Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Matthews. And presenting the host of the show, with over 25 years of sports broadcasting experience, Terry Norvell. Coming to you from the Future Home Loan Studio inside Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, it's time for College Sports Today with Spurrier, Matthews, and Norvell. Presented by the Allen Law Firm.
We teased you last Friday about it being college football season. It's really college football season now as we welcome you into a Monday edition College Sports Today presented by Allen Law Firm, offices in Gainesville and Ocala. And we are, of course, coming to you from Coach's Podcast Room, and that room is sponsored by Future Home Loans, the Future Home Loans Studio. He is the head ball coach, Steve Spurrier. I'm Terry Norvell. Shane Matthews will be in on Friday. We'll have him via the Zoom call, and we'll get our picks going on Friday. Coach, not a lot of number one, how was your weekend? Glad to have you back. How was your weekend? Good?
Yeah, I got a chance to go Crescent Beach
Nice.
and do a little bit of stuff around the house there and so forth, and watch a lot of football, though.
Yeah.
And obviously, I guess the Nebraska-Wisconsin game is.
We got to get into that.
They had the whole country watching. And then, of course, UCLA and Hawaii. And UCLA looked much improved.
They did, didn't they?
What they've been. But who knows how Hawaii is.
Yeah.
But the talk of the country, I guess, is Nebraska. And Illinois. Give Illinois credit. And Brett Bielema, he had his guys really ready to play. And they played with heart. Their quarterback went out in the first quarter. And a backup kid, Natowski or something, Natowski, who had transferred from Rutgers.
Rutgers, sure.
Came in as the backup. And now he is the starter. I think he hit 12 out of 15 and played very well.
He really did.
And Illinois just completely looked better coached, played with more effort. But that is because Nebraska, Scott Frost is going to sink or swim, I guess, with the quarterback Martinez.
Adrian Martinez, yeah.
And he's been a 4-year starter, and I guess Scott Frost has been there 4 years, which is I don't know. After some of his miscues, I kept saying, well, he's got to put the second guy in. Surely he's got a backup. Give him a chance. Yeah, but he did not. He stuck with his quarterback. And what happens in those situations is that your defense, after a while, Terry, they say, well, the offense ain't going anywhere. Why are we busting our tail?
Absolutely.
So it's a team effort, and everybody's got to believe in each other. And when one side doesn't believe in that other side, you got some issues, and that may happen with Nebraska.
And, Coach, we talked Friday about, obviously, we're going to delve into Nebraska, Illinois, a little bit of UCLA, Hawaii. Obviously, Hawaii was outmanned, and then look around college football. Big 5 days coming up, Thursday through Monday, Labor Day night. But we talked on Friday. I remember saying, Coach, it would be really bad if Nebraska lost the game to Illinois, but if they lose and look like a mess. They looked incompetent. They didn't look well coached. They looked disorganized. And I mean, equal opportunity. Offense looked a mess. Defense looked a mess. Special teams killed them. The punt fielded at the goal line. 2 extra points missed. Then a rough in the passer. There were a couple situations I thought in the first half that Nebraska was about to pull away. They had a 9-2 and had an interception, but they had a rough in the passer. They just played such an ugly brand. They lost the game, and, Coach, they didn't look organized. They just didn't look good. Yeah.
Yeah, when their punt returner caught the ball on the 2-yard line, then went backwards into the end zone, then tried to dive out to the 1, then threw the ball out of bounds. I don't know if I've seen that occur in a long time.
He panicked, didn't he?
Yeah.
He panicked.
I guess.
Yeah, I think he panicked and threw it, and, of course, that's an illegal forward pass.
I mean, every coach in America, I think, tells their punt returner, you stand on the 10-yard line and don't run backwards and catch the ball.
Absolutely.
And he ran back to the 2-yard line and caught it. And I know young men make mistakes and so forth, but that was
Yeah.
Man, what are you thinking?
Yeah. And then, Nebraska had to fight so hard to get back within a score. They missed the extra point, so they're down 8. And by that time, they had mentioned it was hot. And Illinois, they didn't do a lot on offense. The quarterback only completed 10 and 11 passes, but they were running the ball, and they gassed Nebraska. Nebraska couldn't get them off the field.
They did. They controlled the clock, I think, for at least 5 or 6 more minutes than Nebraska.
Yeah.
And, give Illinois credit. And Brett Bielema, that's his style. Run
Yeah.
the ball, run the ball, run the ball, throw maybe 20 passes, and you can win that way.
Yeah.
Play defense and run the ball and still throw a little bit. They hit that one pretty good pass, for, I think, a touchdown. Guy made a great catch down there and so forth. So it was well played by Wisconsin. And Nebraska, just didn't play well. Didn't look very well coached at times. And but it's a long season.
It is.
Maybe they can bounce back. But man, at some point, I don't know if Nebraska's got a second-team quarterback or not. But put him in there for a couple of possessions. I would. If he screws up, then you can always go back to your starter. But maybe they do not have a backup that they have any confidence in.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Nebraska 0-1. A conference game, 0-1. They've got Fordham and Buffalo next, so they're going to win their next 2 games. Coach, I heard this morning driving in. The Fordham game this Saturday for Nebraska in Lincoln, it will be, and they can already project now, and they lost. They can project that will be the first non-sellout in Lincoln since 1962.
62.
They've had that long streak going.
I knew they had held the record for attendance and everything.
Yeah.
1962.
That's what I heard on the radio. It'll be the first time. That doesn't help them. I know that's piling on. Here's the other thing. So, Nebraska, Scott Frost, hot seat. It is a hot seat right now. He's 12-21 now overall at Nebraska, coach. He's going to win his next 2. He's going to be 2-1. Coach, here's the rest of their schedule after they get through with Fordham and Buffalo. Okay, they're 0-1. They're going to be 2-1. At Oklahoma. They pick up Oklahoma this year for that one special game. They're going to Norman, Coach. And those Oklahoma boys would love to put a big knot on Nebraska's head when they're down. So they're at Oklahoma, at Michigan State, Northwestern, Michigan, at Minnesota, Purdue, maybe they can still win. Ohio State is on their schedule, of course, at Wisconsin and Iowa. That is I don't know where's a lot of wins there for Scott Frost.
Yeah, they'll just worry about one game at a time. Fordham, are they Division One?
I think they're Division Two, Coach.
2 or 3, something like that.
And Buffalo's barely Division One, I think, right? So they'll get a couple wins, maybe Purdue, and then, Coach, they won't be favored in hardly any of those remaining games.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's interesting also, Terry. Back 3 years ago, I guess, when McElwain was leaving, the 3 candidates were Chip Kelly, Scott Frost, and, of course, Dan Mullen. And I think Chip Kelly and Scott Frost pretty identical, 10-21, 12-21, something like that. And then, of course, Dan's 29-9 right now.
Right.
So I think Dan did inherit better players, but still, that's a big change right there in wins and losses of the 3 of them. Yeah.
And I also think that between Frost, Nebraska, Kelly, UCLA, I think Frost had a little more in the cupboard when he got to Nebraska than Kelly took over at UCLA. There was nothing there. It was a total rebuild. That transitions us, Coach Spurrier. And by the way, if you've got comments, questions, feel free to drop a Facebook Live comment and question. We'll try and read them. Coach, that transitions into the other watchable game Saturday, at least for a while. Hawaii really outmanned at UCLA. UCLA with a big win. UCLA looked a little different. They looked more athletic. Their defenders looked athletic. Your overall thought when you watched some of that UCLA game? I know you didn't watch the whole thing because it got way out of hand.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Well, the thought was UCLA looked like a football team.
Really did.
They got some size, got speed, and they were definitely ready to play. I don't know how good Hawaii's going to be.
Yeah.
But, UCLA definitely looked better. Another thing we noticed, that game at Illinois up there.
Okay.
96 degrees on the AstroTurf. That's hot. And it was hot out in California, too.
Yeah, it really was.
That heat wave hopefully will subside a little bit as we get into this weekend's games.
Coach, want to look at some stuff coming up, particularly, man, this schedule is unreal. It starts on, there's a game on Wednesday. There's UAB and Jacksonville State, but everything gets started on Thursday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We'll get into that. I want to touch on the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence. He threw a touchdown pass to a couple players, including one of your former South Carolina guys. I want you to talk about, on the other side of the break, I think there was a Cantlay put on a putting display in the golf tournament. Man, so we got a lot of stuff to get to. Coach, as we go to break, though, I want you to tell a quick story that you told me. Every time I talk to you, I learn something. Take us back and take our viewing audience and our podcast listeners back to the 1996 University of Florida National Championship season, okay? Great season, win it all. You've got a Heisman Trophy winner. Tell the story that I didn't know. The 96 season opener. Pick it up there, and who got you in the end zone first in 1996? Yeah, that year. Go ahead, Coach.
We were playing Southwest Louisiana, I think, the opener. And our starting offense, Danny and the guys were out there sort of piddling around. I think we had to punt the first 2 possessions. And I sort of got mad, and I said, you guys rest a minute. Second team offense, Shotty, you're in. Y'all go see if y'all can do a little bit better. But I told Ike and Riedel, you stay in there with Shotty. Shotty's now the quarterback coach with the Jags.
Yeah, sure.
And Shotty threw Ike a hitch pass, which is a little 4 or 5 yard.
Yeah.
And Ike dodged about 6 or 7 guys and went 50 yards for a touchdown. And so that broke the ice. And then I came back and said, all right, Danny, you and the other guys, you are back in now. Y'all have had your little punishment, and away we go. But yeah, Brian Schottenheimer actually threw the first touchdown pass of 96. But it was just, we were going to beat Southwest Louisiana, but we were piddling around, and I sort of got a little irritated with everybody. And then after that, of course, Danny was close to perfect just about the whole year.
That is a great story, though. The great 96 national championship season for Florida. Danny Werfel's Heisman season, and Danny Werfel did not throw the first touchdown pass of the season. Brian Schottenheimer did. That's a great story, Coach. That is a great story. A lot more to get to. Coach Spurrier will be with us one more segment again as we break. I want to thank Allen Law Firm, Ocala and Gainesville offices. They also service clients all over the state of Florida. Easiest way to get a hold of Allen Law Firm, boom, hit pound yes on your phone. Pound yes gets you right through if you've been in an accident or have you if you've been injured. Talk to the good folks at Allen Law Firm at pound yes. Also want to thank Future Home Loans. We're in the Future Home Loans studio. Veteran-owned business. I've known Robert Lynn, the owner. Veteran, started this company about 4 years ago. He's been in the industry forever. He started Future Home Loans 4 years ago. They are now the largest mortgage lender in the Southeast. Florida, Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Tennessee. Look them up. You'll be glad you did. If you're in the industry or out looking for a home, Future Home Loans is the one to talk to about your financing. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Coach Steve Spurrier will stay here for one more segment talking college ball. It's officially week 1, and we got more games to talk about. It is College Sports Today.
The good vibes. What? All the good vibes we had, we'll have again. All the good vibes we've had, we'll have again. All the good vibes we've had, we'll have again. All the good vibes we've had, we'll have again.
Taste the islands and every drop of Vida de Luis tequila. 100% blue agave from Tequila, Mexico. Good vibes.
All the good vibes we've had, we'll have again. All the good vibes we've had, we'll have again.
It's time to thank the sponsors that make college sports today with Spurrier, Matthews, and Norvell possible. Vida de Luis Tequila, the official tequila of college sports today. Make sure you ask for Vida de Luis Tequila by name in your favorite bars and restaurants throughout the state of Florida. And of course, with your next margarita inside Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Safe Harbor Seafood Mayport, Safe Harbor Seafood Crescent Beach, and Sliders Oyster Bar Neptune Beach. The official seafood restaurants of college sports today with Spurrier, Matthews, and Norvell can be found up and down the Northeast Florida coast. Safe Harbor Seafood Mayport, Safe Harbor Seafood Crescent Beach, and Sliders Oyster Bar Neptune Beach. The proud seafood sponsors of college sports today with Spurrier, Matthews, and Norvell. J.B. Coxwell Contracting, established in 1983 and offering complete site development, go with the company generally considered the most well-respected heavy civil construction firm in Northeast Florida. Go with J.B. Coxwell Construction. For advertising information to get your business on college sports today with Spurrier, Matthews, and Norvell, simply shoot me an email, tnsportsjacks@yahoo.com. Again, shoot me, Terry Norvell, an email, and I'll get back with you. That email address again, tnsportsjacks@yahoo.com.
More college sports to talk about. That's what we do on College Sports Today. Coach Steve Spurrier's here. I'm Terry Norvell. We'll keep Coach around one more second. We are coming to you from the Future Home Loan Studios inside Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Another huge weekend. As I was talking to some people, getting them in, getting them out, everybody having a great time. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill now going into, 3 weeks, I guess, Coach? And we also want to thank Allen Law Firm, our title sponsor here on College Sports Today. Offices in Gainesville, Ocala. Again, hit pound yes on your phone. It's just that simple. If you've been in an accident or have been injured and you want to talk to an expert at Allen Law Firm, pound yes. All those great sponsors make it happen. Vida de Luis, our official tequila, yes, inside Spurrier's. Also, you can order that up. They've got the Coco Loco, or if you want a shot or a margarita, you can't go wrong. Vida de Luis all over the state of Florida, including right here in Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, our great Safe Harbor Seafood locations that sponsor our picks contest. You see Future Home Loans, Sliders Oyster Bar, my hangout in Neptune Beach, and J.B. Coxwell Contracting, one of the just best when it comes to complete site development services. Contact J.B. Coxwell Contracting, the best in the business in Northeast Florida. Also, football season special, a couple more days left. We've had several people jump on and get our 5 months pay for 4. We give you a free month there to get you through football, September, October, November, December, and January. Take advantage of it. Just reach out to me, Terry Norvell. You see the email down at the bottom, tnsportsjacks@yahoo.com. Again, tnsportsjacks@yahoo.com. Reach out to me. I'll get back in touch with you, and we will get you guys hooked up right here during football season on College Sports Today. Coach, before we get into some of the 5 big days coming up, Thursday through Monday, talk about Cantley. I know you're a big golfer. Everybody knows you love golf. As I understand it, I heard about it. I didn't see it. He put on a putting clinic and showed everybody why making a putt on the green is the same as hitting it 350 yards. He putted while DeChambeau smashed it, and the putting won, right?
Oh, definitely.
Talk about it.
Well, I watched, and I'll tell you what I did. I was actually over at the beach.
Sure.
And when they ended up tied, I made a smart choice. I said, Jerry, let's go ahead and drive back now. I said, these playoffs can go 5 or 6 holes.
Yes.
I didn't know that it would. So I put it on the radio. They have the Pro Golf PGA radio on Sirius XM. So I listened to the whole thing, and, they tell you exactly he's got a 10.5-footer or
I know,
22-footer. And just amazing. They all kept making them. And, of course, DeChambeau had his chances. He had some makeables to finish it off and didn't quite make it. But I think they said afterwards that he made over 7,500 feet of putts during the tournament.
Unreal.
7,500.
And his drive is way behind DeChambeau, but he made up for it on the green.
40, 50 yards behind most of the time.
How about that?
But man, he may have set some kind of record putting. I know he set the record for most under par this year anyway. So it was impressive. Those people at Caves Valley, now they were out and they enjoyed watching those two go at it.
Boy, that really shows, man. Hey, man, what is it? Drive for show, putt for dough.
Oh,
Drive for show and
really
putt
does.
for dough. Coach, before we get into some of the college football that we're going to look into, by the way, Shane will be in on a Zoom call on Friday making his picks. We only had 2 that are in the books. We both, all of us took Nebraska. We missed that one. All of us won, obviously, UCLA, so we're 1-1 as we get going. Yesterday, Jaguars, a lot better on offense. Trevor Lawrence, if you wanted to see why the big hullabaloo about Trevor Lawrence, watching him just physically throw that ball yesterday was impressive. He really has a velocity and touch. And he threw to one of your South Carolina guys.
I tell you what, a shout out to football in the state of South Carolina.
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence, Clemson, his first TD pass, even though it was preseason.
Sure.
Pharaoh Cooper, who was a great player at South Carolina,
Really was.
punt return guy, wide receiver, and he actually had a couple of nice punt returns for 10, 20 yards, whatever. But he caught the first touchdown pass from Trevor during his career there with the Jags, which should be a long and very successful career. But anyway, Clemson and South Carolina guys hooking up to start with. And it's a good win for Jacksonville. You know, these preseason games, I just like to watch the attitude and the effort everybody plays with. And Jacksonville was way ahead of those Dallas Cowboys in effort and attitude and wanting to win the game. And I think it's important, really important for Jacksonville to go ahead and get a win and get into the season this coming week. So they feel good about themselves. And they're ready for, I think Houston is the team they play. And I look for Jacksonville. I think they'll win at least half of them. I really do.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it can't be half now
because it's like 17 now. Yeah, that's right.
So there's nobody going 500.
No, I guess not.
Unless they have a tie.
Yeah.
You can still have a tie.
But
in
you
pro
could
football.
really tell Coach Meyer, he got his message across in that locker room, and they went out much harder than Dallas. And I know a lot of the backups, but you would think the second and third string players would have played with their hair on fire for Dallas because cut days tomorrow. 27 guys get cut across the league tomorrow. Dallas, their second and third string guys just went through the motions.
Well, I thought my old quarterback, Garrett Gilbert, played well. Had a beautiful pass for their first touchdown and I guess only touchdown. Garrett's a good quarterback, and he'll definitely, I think, be the backup to Dak there when they get going.
So wanted to get your thoughts of boy Trevor Lawrence. Jacksonville needed that. The Jaguar Nation, Jacksonville, because Coach, the last 2 weeks were kind of somber in Jacksonville. They had the 2 bad performances, and Tim Tebow was released. There was half the group that didn't like that, and they just didn't look good. They needed that. They needed a little infusion and a little feel good. Coach, I've told, and we'll get you out of here after we look at some of the coming up games. There's one game on Wednesday. UAB and Jacksonville State. Thursdays we got 5 days, Coach, of some watchable football. Thursday through Labor Day night. Here's your watchable, really pay attention to Thursday games, Coach. It starts at 7 p.m. on Thursday night coming up. Boise State at UCF. We've picked that game. We'll talk about it. That might be the best game of the weekend.
Be a good one.
It's going to be a hell of a game. South Florida, that's Florida's second opponent. And I know Jeff Scott's rebuilding there, but you get to take a peek at South Florida on Thursday. They're at NC State. That's a 7:30 game. Thursday, 8 o'clock kick. This coming Thursday, Ohio State at Minnesota. A Big Ten game right out of the gate with the new Ohio State quarterback, Stroud. But, I mean, that's very watchable. And then Thursday, another watchable game. I don't know if it's going to be competitive, but Bowling Green is at Tennessee. That's an 8 o'clock Thursday night game, SEC Network, and we'll get to see what Heupel puts on the field. Really good watchable games on Thursday.
Yeah, certainly are, and even some good ones, I think, Friday. Go ahead with Friday now.
You walked right into it, Coach. If that wasn't good enough on Thursday, there's some good games. Friday. Now, mark this down. Friday at 6 p.m. Don't think it's 7 or 7:30. You'll miss half the game. Friday, September 3rd, this Friday, North Carolina at Virginia Tech, 6 p.m. ESPN. Now, that's life. Yep. Sam Howell without those running backs and some of those receivers you want. But that's going to be a pretty good football game out of the ACC. Yeah,
North Carolina's picked top 10. Yeah, we'll see if they can live up to it the first game.
That's 6 o'clock Friday, Coach, on ESPN. The game that chases that, if you're still around watching college football, how about Friday, this Friday, 8 p.m. on the Big Ten Network, Michigan State at Northwestern. And somebody's going to get off to a 1-0 start Somebody's going to be 0-1 like Nebraska. By the way, Helinski, the former South Carolina quarterback up at Northwestern, just got edged out. He won't start, but I think he'll play a lot. The Clemson kid, Hunter Johnson, is up there, and the South Carolina kid, Ryan Helinski, is up there at Northwestern. They battled about. They went with Johnson. I think Helinski will play some, though. But that's your Friday. ACC and a Big Ten. That ain't bad, Coach.
Now, when is Duke and Charlotte playing? Is that Saturday or Friday?
That is.
I seem to
we
think.
just made that pick, so that's this Saturday or this weekend. Yeah, that's this weekend. We've made that. Those picks.
I thought it was a Friday, but it could be a Saturday.
It might be. It might be. I can dig that up.
Okay.
I can
That's
dig
all
that
right.
up.
Yeah.
Saturday is unbelievable. This is a great Saturday opener for college football. Coach, some of the highlights, Saturday, September 4th, and I'm not going to throw Florida and FAU, but just really highlight games. How about noon on Fox, top 20 matchup, Penn State at Wisconsin. Big Ten right out of the gate. That's like number 18 and number 16. That's at noon. You got Alabama, Miami at 3:30.
Yeah.
Saturday. That's on ABC. 3:30 that's going to get buried on the Big Ten Network. Indiana and Iowa. That's another Big Ten top 20 matchup.
That's a good one.
3:30. What do you think of these major conference games week 1? What do you think of that?
Well, you got to play sometimes, and they've had a month and a half or so to practice.
so.
So, yeah, go play. Coaches should be able to figure out who their best players
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
So let them play and see what happens. Yeah, sometimes, with all the time you have, you should be ready to play the first game. They shouldn't be, it's the first game.
You got to play them anyways, as you said.
You should be ready to play the opening game.
Indiana at Iowa, 3:30, Big Ten Network. That's opposite Alabama, Miami. Obviously, Indiana and Iowa fans will watch, but, man, that's a good game. Real quick, David Hess says the Jags definitely needed Lawrence to play well, and he says, hello, Coach Spurrier and Terry. Staying with Saturday, it's a great Saturday. How about 4:30 on Fox? Louisiana at Texas. Remember, Louisiana, Billy Napier, they knocked off Iowa State in the opener last year.
That's right, Louisiana.
So Texas,
is
new
a pretty
coach.
good team.
They are pretty good,
They're a
coach.
pretty good team. Is that the team that beat Miami in the bowl game? I think
That was Louisiana Tech. That was the other one. That was Tech. But yes, this is Louisiana, Billy Napier, and they knocked off Iowa State last year. They're good.
Yeah.
So they're going to Texas, Sarkisian's opener, as the Texas coach. That's 4:30 Saturday on Fox.
Now, is Terry Bowden the coach there?
He's no, he moved.
He's another Louisiana?
Louisiana Monroe.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of them Louisiana
I
schools.
got to get those Louisianas straightened out.
And, Coach,
But,
chasing the final two games I wanted to point out on Saturday, man, this is a great Saturday. 7:30, ABC, the big one, Georgia versus Clemson, neutral site, Charlotte. And then, if you can stay up late, you're going to get an extra, probably the whole fourth quarter. Clemson will end with Georgia. That'll end. You'll probably get the entire LSU UCLA fourth quarter. They kick off at 8:30. So that's Saturday night on Fox.
Okay.
There's your Saturday. And then, of course, Sunday, Coach, Notre Dame, FSU, the single game Sunday night, 7:30, ABC. Monday, one single game, Louisville against Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. That'll wrap it up. That's 8 o'clock Monday, Labor Day night. That's 5 pretty damn good days, Coach.
Yeah, I think all of us that have two TVs next to each other keep both of them rolling.
Yeah. Are you one of those guys? Are you multiple screen guys?
Well, we got two.
Got a
we
couple?
got two in the living room.
And
so
you're
put 'em on.
flipping away,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Flipping those, flipping that remote. I can't wait. It's a big 5 days. And again, I go back to this, Coach. We're going to let you get out of here. College football, there's no preseason. There's a lot of unknown for those coaches.
Oh, yeah.
You put that ball in that tee, the lights are on, and the pretty jerseys are on. It's go time. There's no practice game.
Another game you didn't talk about.
What you got?
Arizona and Brigham Young
yeah.
in Las Vegas.
Good game.
They're playing there.
Oh, they're playing in
Big
Vegas?
game. Yeah, they're playing in Vegas.
They're
Opening
playing.
up there for some reason. Jed Fish, new coach at Arizona. They were winless last year, so they got nowhere to go but up.
Kevin
And,
Sumlin put a bagel up there, right? Kevin Sumlin was the old coach out there.
He was the old coach. Brigham Young, of course, had a fantastic year last year. I think they lost a lot of players, but they get a lot of older players, that have served in the mission and so forth.
Yeah.
So it'll be a big test for Arizona and Jed Fish and new staff and so forth. So I'll be interested watching that one too.
Last comment I want you to, topic I want you to comment on. Shane Matthews, who will be on via Zoom on Friday. Shane has pointed this out all off season, Coach, and I saw it all weekend in the college action, the 2 games mainly. Shane has said the first thing a quarterback has to do is make all the basic throws that are there. I saw more quarterbacks miss not difficult passes. They missed routine passes. Martinez did, even the quarterback for UCLA. You got to make those, I don't want to say gimme, but that 8-yard catch and run, you can't sail it over the guy's head. I saw a bunch of, did you see a lot of that? I saw a lot of missed passes.
Yeah, I'm always big on quotes. John Wooden, the UCLA basketball coach, he said the greatest ally a coach can have is the bench. The bench is your friend, and if players are not playing the way you think they're capable, you put them on the bench. You can bring them back.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, you told
it's
the
not
story
terrible.
earlier.
Yeah,
You told
it's
that
not
story.
terrible to be benched. It's all right. I got to play better, and then you come on out and go from there. So anyway, I don't know what Nebraska's going to do with their quarterback situation. Maybe they have nobody else.
Maybe
I
not.
don't know.
Maybe not.
But yeah, just give somebody else a chance and see if it makes a difference.
I guess so. Coach, let's get out of here. Thank you
Okay.
so much for your time. We'll get back together on Friday, and we will have a bunch of games for the to pick. Man, it's rolling now. It is rolling. Thanks. That is
Football's
Coach
here.
Steve Spurrier. We'll take a break, come back, and wrap things up. It is College Sports Today, presented by Allen Law Firm. Remember, Pound Yes gets you through to Allen Law Firm. Also want to thank our studio sponsor, Future Home Loans. That's where we're broadcasting inside Spurrier's Gridiron Grill.
And
Coach?
we'll talk about the Gators this Friday
Yes,
when we come back.
We'll get Florida going on.
Yeah.
Obviously, with FAU, Florida State will make the talk because they're playing Notre Dame. Miami will make the talk, and Georgia will make the talk because they all got big games. Florida's
Yeah.
got the opener, but they've got big name opponents. So we'll get all those and more on Friday with this guy. We'll be back after this quick timeout.
The good vibes. What? All the good vibes we had, we'll have again. All the good vibes we've had, we'll have again. All the good vibes we've had, we'll have again. All the good vibes we've had, we'll have again.
Taste the islands and every drop of Vida de Luis tequila. 100% blue agave from Tequila, Mexico. Good
All the
vibes.
good vibes we've had, we'll have again. All the good vibes we've had, we'll have again.
It's time to thank the sponsors that make college sports today with Spurrier, Matthews, and Norvell possible. Vida de Luis Tequila, the official tequila of college sports today. Make sure you ask for Vida de Luis Tequila by name in your favorite bars and restaurants throughout the state of Florida. And of course, with your next margarita inside Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Safe Harbor Seafood Mayport, Safe Harbor Seafood Crescent Beach, and Sliders Oyster Bar Neptune Beach. The official seafood restaurants of college sports today with Spurrier, Matthews, and Norvell can be found up and down the northeast Florida coast. Safe Harbor Seafood Mayport, Safe Harbor Seafood Crescent Beach, and Sliders Oyster Bar Neptune Beach. The proud seafood sponsors of college sports today with Spurrier, Matthews, and Norvell. J.B. Coxwell Contracting, established in 1983 and offering complete site development. Go with the company generally considered the most well-respected heavy civil construction firm in Northeast Florida. Go with J.B. Coxwell Construction. For advertising information to get your business on college sports today with Spurrier, Matthews, and Norvell, simply shoot me an email, tnsportsjacks@yahoo.com. Again, shoot me, Terry Norvell, an email, and I'll get back with you. That email address again, tnsportsjacks@yahoo.com.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Hey, look, it's those guys. Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
I don't remember how it started.
North of that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your closet. Still no jobs? Just more stuff? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
As always, really, really good stuff with Coach Steve Spurrier. Boy, he delivers when he's in here. Coach will be back on Friday. Hey, also, Shane Matthews will join us on Zoom call on Friday for our Safe Harbor Seafood picks of the week. We will have a lot of games under our belt when we get back on this Friday, and then we'll pick those big games coming up Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. The Safe Harbor Seafood picks of the week. That contest is off and running. I want to thank Allen Law, the Allen Law Firm, our title sponsor. Their website, by the way, that's ALLEN Law, allenlaw.com to go to their website. They've got a great setup, very simple virtual consultation as well. If you've been injured in an accident, just injured at some happenstance or somebody you know, friend, family, you can easily reach Allen Law a couple ways. Their website, ALLEN, allenlaw.com. And of course, very simple on your phone, pound yes, the pound sign, yes, Allen Law, our title sponsor here on College Sports Today. Also, we now broadcast, we're very proud to partner up with Future Home Loans. We are inside the Future Home Loan studio, inside Spurrier's Gridiron Grill, which, by the way, has a plate, a nameplate outside that says Coach's Podcast Room. We are inside Coach's Podcast Room, Future Home Loans Studio, inside Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. By the way, Future Home Loans, how about over 2,000 five-star reviews? That doesn't just happen. That is a lot. They've been doing it for 4 years. Veteran-owned and operated company. Robert Lynn, I've known him for 3 good decades. Honest, fair, hardworking, get-it-done attitude's what they've got. They get it done. They'll find you, with their relationship with so many lenders, they will find you the best deal, the best situation, transaction for your particular situation. Future Home Loans, find them online. It explains everything they can do. You can easily reach them. Future Home Loans. We are inside the Future Home Loans studio here inside Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. A couple minutes, we'll get out of here. We had a great debut show on 1010XL, the big stations out of Jacksonville, 92.5 FM. Had a great show. Our week 1 Saturday kickoff show. Matt Hayes, the great college sports writer Matt Hayes, national writer, very well respected. Matt and I host that show. We had a big time. We had several good guests. That show will come up again this Saturday, 11 a.m. You catch it on 1010XL, 92.5 FM, the big flame-throwing stations out of Jacksonville. So if you love college football, and Saturday morning, it's always fun to follow a Saturday morning show leading up to kickoff. The show is called Saturday Kickoff with Matt Hayes and me, Terry Norvell. I think you'll enjoy it, particularly if you're watching this show. I know you'll enjoy it. Also, if you're listening to this show, we don't want to always forget our podcast listeners. We're on the 15 leading podcast platforms. Any way you consume the show is tremendous. We appreciate it. Podcast and or watch it here on Facebook Live. The show is always archived. You can go back to Facebook Live and watch it that way. But you podcast listeners, remember, make sure you have followed us on Facebook at College Sports Today on Facebook. Again, College Sports Today. Get signed up. Follow us. That way you'll get all of the alerts and previews and things like that, and just stay in the know. Real quick, UCF. The success that Scott Frost had at UCF, everybody's questioning, well, why can't he do that at Nebraska? Why has it gotten away? Why is he probably going to maybe lose his job at the end of the year or sooner if he doesn't really turn it around? And I think there are a lot of losses. My theory on that, a couple things, but the number one, I don't think Scott Frost forgot how to coach. I think Scott Frost at UCF was one of the more talented programs in the group of five across the country. I think he had one of the two. Think about it. UCF, Memphis, Cincinnati. I mean, those were the big boys of the group of five. Those were the big boys of that entire group of five group of teams. I think Scott Frost at UCF had the best players in the group of five, and he ran roughshod until he ran into the Memphises that could go toe-to-toe, and Cincinnati and here and there. But I think he had a great talent advantage, and he made that happen. Boy, Nebraska, they don't look talented at all. They look slow. I don't like their scheme. And again, you heard Coach Spurrier talk about the quarterback play, not very good. That's a storyline right out of the gate, tracking Nebraska. They'll win their next two, Fordham and Buffalo, and then I don't know if they've got more than another win or two in them. They pick up Oklahoma in a one-game series this year, or maybe two. They may do a home and home. They're at Oklahoma, at Michigan State, at Minnesota, at Wisconsin later. They also have Ohio State. So here's Nebraska. They have two of the teams in most people's top four preseason, Oklahoma and Ohio State. Ooh, Nebraska. Good luck with that. It looks like they will not sell out this Saturday for the first time since 1962. That'll wrap it up. Good job. Thanks to Coach Steve Spurrier, as always, delivering the goods. If you missed it, check it out on the archive section of College Sports Today. We'll get back together on Friday for our Safe Harbor Seafood picks. You don't want to miss it. Huge Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 5 days, wall-to-wall college football. It is off and running. We'll be here again Friday, 11 a.m. for the next edition of College Sports Today. Special thanks to Evan Miller producing and Reagan, our intern, helping us out. We appreciate it. We'll see you Friday, 11 a.m. for the next edition of College Sports Today.